Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, we already have something in common because I am too. Moving forward, I'm just gonna do like a little casual, like sit down, talk about my month or whatever, working. This month has honestly been like so kind of cool, I guess you can say. I kind of went to a few new places, which is always nice. Or really, honestly, no new places, but like the places that I went, they were interesting. So yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of like chat about it. It was Mother's Day this month, as well as like Memorial Day. So just gonna do like a quick little rundown. If I like it, I might make this like a monthly check-in series. Honestly, it depends on like where all I go for work too, because if it was just like not that interesting of a month, I don't feel like there's no point in doing this kind of situation. But yeah, I guess I'll start from like the top. Um, where did I go? I want to say like Fort. I gotta look up the pictures, y'all. Everything. If I didn't take a photo, it didn't happen. I went to Fort Walton Beach and I ended up getting like stuck there for like 24 or 32 hours or so, which was nice. There are worse places in the world to be stuck, but it was nice. It was chill. Didn't do much. I slept. I walked on the beach. That was a very chill like situation. I realized that because Fort Walton Beach is pretty much like Destin. I realized like where we stay there, it's not much around there. Like of course like there's like little restaurants and all that other stuff that you can find something to do, but it's just like nothing much around there. So I just honestly found myself like eating meal prep and yeah, and just kicking it in the hotel, walking on the beach a few times, working out. So that was a nice little, I shouldn't say like situation, real cutesy, real demure. Um, my next, I guess you could say like notable trip, I went to Phoenix. I always like Phoenix. Phoenix has like really good food to me, and just the vibe there is so super chill. I could be reading it wrong, but like every time I've been to Phoenix, it's been like just a good chill situation. I was walking, which honestly, like on my layovers, I don't do much. Like I don't really plan much because it's hard. I feel as though like as a flight attendant, it's kind of hard to like plan certain things. And I feel like every time I try to plan something, it just doesn't like really. I would say it doesn't work out, but sometimes like things always happen. Flights cancel, flights delay. Like it's hard to like super plan. So the flight attendants that I know that like actually like plans out their layovers and do all the things, like I always like am listening to them or like watching their Instagram or looking at their Instagram and like in awe because they're like, yeah, like how did you like, I don't have the energy to do it. So like a lot of times I kind of like walk until I fall into something or be like, oh, this is happening today. But I was walking in Phoenix and I knew I was a bit too far gone when I had this interaction with this homeless man, and I was just like, yeah, I've never been down this way. I don't know where I am. So let me turn around. So I kind of like made the block and I kind of going back into like the main city or like downtown area. And I saw like a group of people like lined up and I was like, oh, okay, where they going? Like I'm trying to see like, cause of course it looks like just a concert gathering. So I'm like, so I Googled like who was there and it was Smino. Mind you, I know who Smino is. Like I'm very aware of his game. But like when it comes down to like his music, I know like a few like very notable songs, but like and that song with him and like J. Cole on that like joint album, I love that song so much. But like beyond that, I don't know much of it. Like I don't know enough to go to like to feel comfortable at a concert, especially by myself. But I was like, you know what? I have time. I don't have anything else to do. Let me go. Everybody looked chill, so like I like kind of made the block a little bit. I bought my ticket and I got in line after I had another interaction with this drunk with this drunk man. Phoenix was crazy, but yeah. So that was fun. I ended up going to the concert like literally in the middle, not knowing not one, didn't know a word to none of this man's songs, but I did. He got a fan out of me. Like literally, I am now a fan, a true fan of him because like I don't know, like I found myself going to a lot of concerts, I would say, in the last year or so, and like I don't know, like he was just very passionate. His openers were like hella dope. I'm trying to think of like, hold on, I'm not gonna think of them. I'm going to pull them up. Yeah, here it is. Like, Where's Mommy? Or her name is like Mommy, which was really good. And this girl named Samara Sin. Like, it was just so good. Both of them were like gorgeous, like drop dead gorgeous, and their music was really good. And the mommy lady, I may be saying her name wrong, and I don't like saying people's name wrong, but she literally like was his background singer too. So it was like a really really dope concert. The people were cool. I met new people, which is always nice and fun. Yes, I did that. Went back to the hotel and got ready for work the next day, like literally, and it was a good time. Very unexpected, I guess you could say. So, but I ended up having like a really 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 good time. Um, After that was, or that weekend was also Mother's Day weekend. So Mother's Day weekend was so nice. My cousin a couple months ago was trying to like get us together to go to the farmers market. Like we used to always, back in the day when I was a young warthog, literally. We used to go to the farmers market in Dallas like with my grandmother. Like I don't know if it was like a certain Saturday that we went. I can't like explain that far into it, but I know that we went to the farmers market quite often. And of course it's different now, but she was like we should do like a Mother's Day like weekend or situation to like go have brunch and then go to Mother's Day. And if you know me, you know that I lost my grandmother last year. So this is like I guess you say like second Mother's Day without her, which is kind of tough and everything. But it was nice that we were still able to like hang out and do the things. But moving forward, we went to medium rare, which is really nice. They have like you could like choose from a brunch menu, so it was really nice. We were in Lower Greenville, which is always a good time. So we ate there, my cousins, me, my sister, my mom, my aunt. So yeah, that's what we did first, and then we kind of walked around. They always have their little market, so we kind of walked through the little market after that, and then from there we went to the farmers market, and that was fun. Like my mom and aunt, them and my cousins were all like, "This is not the farmers market that we grew up on," which is not. It's absolutely not. It's so much. It's like literal restaurants over there. Me and my sister's like favorite Jamaican spot, which is very embarrassing, but it's a really good Jamaican spot that's inside of out of the farmers market. I don't know what it's called, but that's over there. It's like so much like little cute stuff. So we went to like if you've been, you know that there's like a smaller market. So we went there first to like kind of get the vibe of what we used to do, but that wasn't even like really the same. And then like we went over to the main gazebo where like all the businesses and other things are. So that was fun. We went over there, and then of course we went to go look at the flowers. My grandmother was like really into flowers, and now I feel like we all are kind of into like plants and flowers and things. Especially I can speak for my sister. Like she literally, I think she bought something that day. Like she different breed. Moving forward, so we did that. That was a really good Mother's Day like situation, just hanging out with them. It's always nice to hang out with my family. I just always am like, I don't know, kind of like charge me up, I guess you can say. After that, I was with my Elite Eight. We had so much fun. Jennifer, shout out Jennifer, and shout out to Elite Eight, like everybody. But Jennifer was in town, so we got to hang out. I think we got to see everybody but Amy, which is always so sad, like when somebody can't like make it or whatever. But of course, they're always there in spirit, and they're always there like via text and everything, so it was fine. But we went to, where did we go? We started as a tar, and then me and Asia kind of like did the Hawaiian thing, gang, and went somewhere else or whatever. And then we realized that they had like happy hour that day, and it was late, and it was a Saturday. So I don't know if she was surprised, because I think she's been there a few times at that point, but I was surprised. I was like, okay, it's a Saturday, it's late. They got a happy hour bet. So we told them to come over or whatever after they were done at Zatar. And yeah, so we just had our little drinks and everything and caught up, laughed. It's always good with them. That's my girls, gang. And then after that, me and Asia took everybody to Double D's. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Just like chatting, doing the things. Yeah, so that was like Mother's Day. I want to say, hold on. Yeah, that was like that for that. And then on actual Mother's Day, I went to church, and then me, my mom, and my sister went out to a restaurant that was actually like quite good. It's kind of like a Jack and Harry's, kind of like a like very upscale, like Papa Do's, I guess you can say, when it comes down to like the cuisine that they have. But they are owned by the same people that own Hudson House. And if you know me and Christina, we love Hudson House. clock it. Like that's our spot. So it ended up being really good, and we had dessert after. And yeah, so that was nice. Like just talking to my mom, talking to my sister, who are like pretty much, if you know me, like I pretty much, my sister is like my sister, but she's also like my mom. So like pretty much talking to them, like the relationships are different. I'm getting older, or I am older. So pretty much like the conversation is like pretty much just like chatting with my homegirls now, and it's nice. It really is nice. I get to talk to them about all my like problems, and like just giving that kind of, I can't think of my word right now, but it's just like very like mature insight on the things that I go through, and I'm like very blessed for like everybody. And that's like not even just my mom and my sister. When it comes down to my aunts and my older cousins and Elite Eight, like when it comes down to like everybody, like they all like feed into me. Like when they always say like you don't want to be the smartest in the room, like when I say that, I have so many people that like, I should say like help me to be and help me to grow and become the lady that I am. And the lady that I am becoming, I am literally inching up on, I'll be very specific, inching up on 29 very soon. And then after that it's like 30. So it's just like, I'm so blessed to have the people in my life that I have, my village. I'm very blessed for them. And I would say that Mother's Day weekend really like kind of, you just say like kind of regrounded me or helped me with that kind of situation. I can't believe I'm really yapping to this camera. I'm just doing stuff. Okay, moving forward. What was after Mother's Day, y'all? Bop to the top. New York. Okay, so then I guess you can't say I sometimes plan things. I haven't had a long New York layover since shoot, probably when I first became a flight attendant. Like I've had a bunch of short New York layovers, but I've been a flight attendant for about 3 years now, and I haven't had a long one since I first started. And I don't remember what I did my first time, like in New York or whatever, like in the thick of, well, actually I just like walked around like Times Square. I did like all the like notable areas. I did all that. So this time I was just like, oh yeah, this is my second time going, or like my second time like being in the city. I know what I'm doing. Like I watch enough TV and podcasts to like make it through, which I pretty much navigated my way through, but it's still like craziness. So if you know me, I love podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of different podcasts, but I listen to like Horrible Decisions, or it used to be Horrible Decisions, now Decisions. And I love Wheezy WTF. Like her vibe is just like so free and fun, and just like her business, like mindset when it comes down to like making money, and the way that she's like flipped her situation, I'm just like in awe of it all the time. But she has now a like trap I'm going for a blank, a trap Pilates like gym in the Lower East Side. And so I was just like, if I can get there. So I was like mapping it out throughout the days or whatever, because it was like a 3-day trip, and I think that we went to New York on the last day or whatever. And so I was like, if I like, I can go pretty much. And so I plan to like go there and then go to the Golden Diner. Like if you're on TikTok and you like have if you have New York in your, which I don't know, like New York is like always in my For You page, like I live there, but I always see it. It's very viral. And so, this is random, but a couple weeks prior, I flew with two buddy bidders, and we were supposed to have a New Jersey layover, but we ended up not even going to Jersey because they had like some stuff going on. So we ended up going to Charlotte. Long story. But yeah, they were talking about the Golden. I was like, I forgot about the Golden Diner. Like I have a New York layover like next week, and I'm going to go. And so that's exactly what I plan on doing. I was going to go to Pilates, and then immediately after go to the Golden Diner or whatever to get my like pancake and all the other stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to like get ready and like I was going to get on the subway. This is my first time getting on the subway, like maybe in the States. My sister and I, when we went to Paris, we got on the subway. I don't know if I can't think right now, but like this was like my first time getting on a subway in New York for sure. And so I was going by myself. So I was just like, okay, bet I can do this. It is what it is. Like I've done worse. Like I've been to other places by myself. Like this should be a breeze. Everybody gets on a subway in New York. It's a thing. And so I literally went outside. I realized it was raining, and I usually have an umbrella every trip, but I think it was also raining in Dallas, so my umbrella was out of my bag, which I know I have. I don't know, but I did not have an umbrella, so I had to go to like a random CVS, which I thought I was headed towards the subway station, and I was not. But I ended up going to a random CVS, paid so much money for this cheap A-word umbrella, but that's neither here or there. And then I don't know. Also, if you know me, I hate to see a map coming. I do not like when it comes down to like driving. I can do maps, but like the walking directions on a map, maybe I'm speaking for myself, but like on Apple Maps, when it comes down to the walking directions, I'd be so confused. Like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. But I found my way through. And come to find out, the subway station was like literally right by the hotel that we were at. So I like literally had to repass the hotel, and then it was like I had to go downstairs, of course, and go from there. They didn't take cash, and they're switching the way that they do like their passes. I forgot what their passes are called, like mega passes. I don't know, some kind of pass. And then I was just like, hey, like, and all of them were like cash only. And I was like, of course I don't have cash. It's like 2025. Like I don't have cash for anything. And so I was like, I don't have cash, like to like this police officer. He was just like, or whoever the little, I forgot what he was called, like the subway officer or something. And he was like, you don't need cash, just like tap your phone. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. So I did that, and I literally knew where I was going. I mapped it out and everything, y'all. Like it was all perfect, and I got on the right train or the right subway. So I got on there, and I'm looking at the stops, like, and I was like, these stops not the same stops I'm supposed to be taking. And so I'm like, huh. And y'all, I'm also like, it's like, I can just say as bold as I am, I'm equally as scary. So I don't want to ask anybody because I'm by myself. I don't want to ask anybody. And of course I watch a lot of, like, I don't watch a lot of TV, but like I know what the people say about New York. So I don't want nobody to rob. I don't know what's going to happen. But I was like, I got to ask somebody. So the man next to me, he like sneezed, and that made me be like, you know what, I'm about to ask him, man. He's normal. So I asked him, I was like, hey, like, I'm supposed to be going like this way. Like, I was like, because it said the right train, but I was going like west or something. I was supposed to be going east. So I pretty much I forgot what it was, y'all, but I was on the right train, but I was going the wrong way. He was just like, get off and then like get on the one across the thing. And at first he wasn't going to get off the train, but get off the subway, but when I got off, he got off too. And I was like, ooh, what's going on? And this was like the most, out of all the stops that we've been to, like this stop that I ended up getting off on was like the quietest. Like nobody was there but me at that point. And so I was like, this man is trying to get me, because he literally was sitting down until he like got up. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what is about to happen? But it was fine. He went up and went about his day. But I got so scared. But yeah, so so I got on the right train. I was like, okay, but of course, like, y'all, if you know me, I'm also like chronically tardy. And so I gave myself like no time for like mistakes or no time for any mishaps. And that was a mishap. So I got to the class. I finally like got to because I was on like on Broadway or near Broadway or whatever. And the class and the diner was thankfully in the Lower East Side. So it was about like it was gonna be like because I sometimes walk, and I was thinking about walking it. If you're from New York or something, you know, like it said I could walk it, so I was gonna walk it, but I didn't have enough time for all that. But yeah, so by the time I got there, I was like 5 minutes or 10-15 minutes late, and I was just like, oh, not gonna do that, but I will go get my pancakes still. So I snapped my little picture, and I kind of like walked around. There was a lot of shops around there, so that was nice. Walked around, kind of went into the shops. There was a couple like art galleries too that I kind of walked through as well. And then I found the Golden Diner, and they were like, it's literally as like the size of my living room, like the whole thing. The seating, the kitchen, everything. It's getting like, think like Waffle House, but even smaller. Like, but they were popping, like they were busy. She was like, it was gonna be like a 1.5, 2 hour wait. And I was just like, oh, put me down, but I know you lying. So I pretty much like did some more walking around. Like while I was walking, I ended up stopping at this like random coffee shop. But it was like kind of tiny too. So I was just like, it wasn't enough space for me to like sit inside there, but they had like this outside little gazebo situation. So I sat out there for a bit until it started like raining. And I was like, oh, let me get to walking some more. So I snapped some pictures and videos as I was going. And then like it was about an hour or so, and I ended up kind of right next to the restaurant again. And that's when they like buzzed me saying that my table was ready. I was like, okay, bet. So I sat inside, and I didn't realize that they literally like cook like right in front of you, like very much so giving Waffle House. So, or not like giving Waffle House, but like because they are just kind, sweet people in there. But and you know, if you know about Waffle House, you know. But yeah, so it was nice. It was really fun. Ate my little pancake and honestly did because I had to go to work that same day, or I had a flight like back home that day, so I needed to go ahead and get back to the hotel or whatever. Once I got back to the hotel, I didn't have any tip money, which I forgot about, so I had to go get change from somewhere. I found my way in Sephora, of course. They have a really good H&M over out there too. It's like all on Times Square, so I went to a couple shops over there. Yeah, so that was my trip to New York. I think that was like all the like big notable spots. The main thing was just like me being on the wrong subway. But yeah, after that, what happened, y'all? Oh, my next trip, I went to New Orleans. New Orleans is always a good time. If you know me, New Orleans has a place in my heart forever. I just love that place. It's just so weird and quirky and crazy, just like me. So yeah, I did that. Went to like a happy hour, ate food, had a couple cocktails, and of course I had to go down Bourbon. And this man was trying to like jump over 6 people because people were like all gathered. You know, it's all a whole bunch of like just things going down Bourbon, if you know. And so this man, I see these people talking, they like hyping up. It's like 6 like big brawly man, and I was like, oh my gosh, like what's about to happen? And they're like hyping him up. He was like literally about to, I'm gonna insert the video, but like he literally like ran and jumped over 6 people, and this lady right when he was jumping jumped in front of the camera. Why would she do that? I am a content creator. I need the content. I just playing, but like, girl, you see me recording. Moving forward, it was a couple other like bands going on, which is always so nice to hear, and the kiddos singing. It was just nice. I went to Cafe Beignet. As someone who goes to Cafe Du Monde, even if I don't even have like a layover there, even if I have like a sit in New Orleans, I'm going to get my beignet. It is what it is. Say what you want about it. Have your own judgment. I'm going to get a beignet. And I like them. I feel like they are elite. I feel like they're good. I could be a tourist. If you're from New Orleans and you know better and I need to know better, let me know. Tell me where. Don't say Cafe Beignet. Not to say that they were nasty, but they were like so thick and cakey. I was like, because I've always, every time I go to New Orleans, I'm like, I need to try this place. So I literally like passed Cafe Beignet. I was like, no, all right, past Cafe Du Monde. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to go here. I'm going to go to Cafe Beignet today. I should have stuck with the original. But it wasn't bad. It was good, but it was just like very cakey, very thick, very much so not what I wanted. Then I went, long story, and I had a good time in New Orleans. Let's see. To kind of like wrap up my month in working, I went to Sacramento. I had a really good crew, and I've had a lot of good crews and good trips this month, honestly. But I had a really good crew, and we ended up like walking on the Riverwalk in Sacramento, and we saw some freaking sea lions, and we were like, what the heck? Like they were just there being normal, like that was their home. Come to find out, these sea lions are deadbeat dads from another part of California, and they come here whenever their kids are born, and they black. Do better, black men. I'm just playing, but like, yeah, these are deadbeat dads that leave their sea lion families, and I think that is insane, and they deserve jail immediately. But yeah, Sacramento was a cute little city. I think I've never been there until like literally the other day, so that was fun. That was cute. Yeah, did some hiking, and then Memorial Day weekend came. Memorial Day weekend was really nice, or that Monday at least. I was off, and I ended up hanging out with my mom and my sister, of course, because who else? So we ended up going to Grapevine. Me and my sister are going to Cowboy Carter next month, actually this month. And yeah, she was trying to find stuff because she actually knows what she's going to wear and what the vibe is. I have no idea. So y'all send y'all's prayers and y'all's ideas. I can't stand things. Like I love to dress up and look cute and do all the things and like overdress and stuff. But when it comes down to like a theme, my mind just can't. I understand it's like cowboy, that's easy, or western, that's easy, but like it's just too much. So if y'all have any ideas, please send them my way because I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. But we were trying to look for stuff for her for the concert. We went to Grapevine, and then we have me and my sister, and then my friends to Shayla and Asia. Us four, we have these espresso martini passports from like 101 Passports. I think we paid like $25 for them. And pretty much with these passports, they're like, you can get these espresso martinis from like different restaurants around Dallas or DFW for $1, which is crazy because if if you're outside, like an espresso martini is like 15, 16, 17, could be $20. And so pretty much you paying for praying for it with like one espresso martini. So it's really cool, and you get to try different restaurants and stuff like that, which of course, like, I feel like a lot of these restaurants in here we've been to already, but it's always nice to have a new experience. I'm not a huge fan of espresso martinis. I'm really just doing it for the vibes and to be cool with my friends, but it's been fun. They've been honestly pretty good. We went to the Operators Club, which was really good, and the food was good there. And then we took my mom to my favorite place. If you know me and you have been with me in Dallas before, or if you don't know, you're about to know. I love Parliament. I love Parliament's happy hour. I love the fact that every time I go in there, I meet someone new. I love how small and tiny it is. Like, I just love everything about that place. I love how strong their drinks are, which is bad, but yeah, like I just like that place. I've always had a good time. I like going with my friends there and just like talking trash, and not talking trash, but like, just having a good time, having like good. I have nothing but good memories in that place. So we went to Parliament, and I brought my mom, me, my sister, my mom. We went, and that was fun. I think my mom enjoyed herself. She had her little Mai Tai or whatever. Of course, I had their French 75. Christina, of course, had sparkling wine or champagne. I don't know if they actually had champagne there. But yeah, it ended up being like really, really good and fun, and kind of bringing my mom into like my world, I guess you can say. Where else did we go? And then after that, we went to Paradiso to end the night, and to like, because we honestly had like we shared something at the Operators Club, and then we shared a pizza at Paradiso. And as much as I've always wanted to go to Paradiso, I have never been, so that was a fun experience. And we had our espresso martini there too, so it ended up being like really, really good. So yeah, that's how I spent Memorial Day. We did barbecuing, we went to my grandma's house and we barbecued Saturday. I want to say, I forgot about that. Maybe Saturday or Friday? Saturday, because I think it's when I got back from work. Saturday. And I made my first 7-Up cake, and she came out beautiful. And I made pasta salad, which I make that often. But yeah, I did that. I tried to make cookies, y'all. I struggle so bad. I have made Chantilly lace cakes. I have now made 7-Up cakes. I've made cinnamon rolls. I've made all the like just intricate baked goods. I cannot make a cookie for the life of me. Like, send help. Moving forward. I cannot make a cookie, y'all. And it's sick, actually. It is quite sick. To end the month off, it was pretty chill. I had a trip to San Antonio. Didn't do anything but like work out, which I realized that a hotel that we have in our system there, they have a really, really good gym. So I went there, worked out, and I honestly like got ready to go. And then we went to Chicago, and the gym there also at this hotel is really, really great. And I've been to this hotel a few times, and I didn't know how great their gym was. So did that, and then I walked to this deli that was pretty. Of course, I've been doing a lot of the viral places or whatever, but this deli that's pretty viral on TikTok and Instagram and such. And I went there, and I got a like Caesar chicken wrap, I got a Caesar chicken sandwich, Caesar salad chicken sandwich, whatever. Got that. That ended up being really, really good. Yeah, and that was my last trip for the month. To end the month, I went on dates with my two favorite prospects right now. They know who they are. If you don't know who they are, it's Christina and Asia. I went out with Christina we went to Ocean Prime's happy hour, and then we went to, of course, Christina and I, we went to smoke hookah at Saya. Like, cause what else are we gonna do on a Friday evening after we've done everything else? So we did that. Had a couple cocktails, had some drinks, had some food, had a good time. Always a good time with my little baby. And then hung out with my other little baby, Asia B. Shout out. And we went to Palma, and then we went to, I'm about to call it everything but the right. I think it's Ghost Donkey, the speakeasy next door. And so we did that. We did a lot actually. Then we went, just walked around Deep Ellum from there, and then we went to our favorite place, which will keep being unnamed. But if you know me or you like see any of my stories, I'm at the same place every month because I like to cut a rug. I like to do a little dancing or whatever. And so yeah, that's how I did May. That was my like work week or work month or whatever. This is way longer than it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a 7-minute video. This is 31 minutes. But this has been fun. I kind of like it. If I keep getting like decent months or decent trips during the month or whatever, I will continue to do this. This won't be the last time I do this. Like I said, way longer than I expected. If you made it this far, we locked in. Yeah, I have nothing else. Goodbye. See y'all next time. I think next time I'm gonna do like a day in my life because I actually have been trying to like record more and do the things. So hope y'all come with me on this journey. Y'all have a blessed day. Love you.